everybody. Now, over the last couple of weeks on War and Pieces here, we have taken a look at a lot of really neat and different things. Number one, we went to a convention so we could see miniatures and how they add and make this thematic beauty and just recreate history itself through wargaming. And we've talked about history and so forth and so on. Well, today I'm going to talk about something that's really neat, and that's going and finding war games at flea markets. Not too long ago, I found a really big pile of games, historical games, and I got them for dirt cheap. And you guys can do the same. You'll be surprised when you go to your flea markets and any kind of farmer markets that you may have in your area. You'll be surprised how many people are getting rid of the old war games because they just don't know anything about them. But these are great beginner games, and you can get them for dirt, and they're easy to learn. So let's take a look at a haul that I pulled in not too long ago, and a lot of Avalon Hill stuff, and those are the classics. Let's take a look. Mine Kitty Cthulhu's Tale, that's always good to have in here. And if you are a fan of my channel, then you know that Kitty Cthulhu is always in here. Now, this here was given to me as part of this because I was given this pretty beat up copy of Gettysburg, the old Avalon Hill game. And all these are Avalon Hill games. I was pretty glad to get my hands on. This one particularly was just thrown in, and it's really good because I have two sets, and actually one of my boards is ruined, and these boards are really in great shape. This is the 1977 version, but the best thing about it was I was missing a chit, and I have one of the chits in here, so getting this for nothing and just having some of an extra set of the rules, which never hurts, and some of the other old stuff that comes in here. As you can see, all the appearance cards and everything and the advanced tables really kind of help. And this board isn't too bad either, so it's never bad to have a backup board. But the other board was actually split. These are not. And they actually fit in there pretty good. So it turned out to be a pretty good thing to get my hands on this, even if it's for nothing. So these two boards are really nice, and they'll be perfect for what we need. Another game that I got, and it was just given to me, it was a pretty good day for given games, was actually U-Boat. And the reason this was given to me is because, well, it's a little banged up, but boy, I love the old stuff. I can never do it out. And this board is actually in great shape. I do have a copy of this, but when somebody's going to give you something for free, there's nothing wrong with that. And also the fact that this board is a little rough. It's got a little split in it, but we'll make do with it. And hey, you can't go wrong with it for nothing there. But it's kind of nice that you got the ships and everything, the dice. Even came with a free pencil. You can't go wrong when you get a free pencil. Very simple instructions. And this game, oh, if I can remember what year it was, 1961. So this is an oldie but goodie. This is 1961, and boy, it smells like it was from 1961. Talk about musty and old. But I always like having the old collectible. Well, not collectible. I don't think a lot of this stuff is collectible to some people. It's sentimental to people like me, though. Definitely who loves a very old war games, and I just really enjoy this kind of stuff. Another game that I got was another Avalon Hill favorite. It was Assault on Crete, and it also came with a bonus game of Invasion of Malta. And boy, I'll tell you, this one is not that easy to find, and you can see that she's in great shape. Really good game. I've played it once or twice, and boy, I'll tell you, be nice if, as you can see, the book is just in really, really good shape. And we'll turn it here so you guys can see everything. Really, really just holding up very well. Game from the 70s, I believe it was 1977. And for a game that's 1977, it's holding up pretty well. What do we have here? Oh, this is where they put all their chits in. Okay. Well, we'll change that up because I definitely don't need anything like that. Shows you I don't even check the games. I just get the games. And we'll move these out here. And let's check on the boards. Oh, there you go. And that's a pretty nice board right there for 1977. And let's see how these other boards are. And I got to check all the components on it, make sure they're all there. I'm sure they'll be fine though. You never know. So let's crack this open. Ah, there we go. Those are the boards I remember very, very well. And this would actually go here, I believe. And then finally, our middle board. Or is it our middle board? Oh no, these are all played separately, I believe. If I'm not correct. Yeah, because there's different entry points. That's right. Okay, yep. So pretty much, as you can see, everything all pretty much intact, in pretty good shape. We'll go through, do a counter check, make sure everything's there, and we'll be in good shape with this one as well. And yeah, I don't see this one as much. Now they had a Panzer Strike there, but I didn't. Panzer Strike, a Panzer Blitz there, but I've already got 2 copies of Panzer Blitz, so I don't really need it. Here, speaking of, let's get that back in there where it belongs. Here we ended up getting Storm over Arnhem, and you can see it's in pretty good shape and looks pretty good. I can't complain. This is from 1981, I believe. I could be wrong. And the board seems like she's in pretty good shape here. And there we go. And yeah, not too many creases or problems. Looks like we got everything here. Yeah, she looks pretty good. And you can tell just very, very well. God, I miss these days. I miss these days. And let's turn around so you guys can see it. I always love the box series games. I really do. Point tracker, not too banged up. This was actually pinned on a wall, from what I can see, or pinned down to be played. So because you got little pinholes in the cover, but that's okay. This is one of the ones that I was actually missing, believe it or not. And she's a pretty good find. Nice oversized chits, which we enjoy, and a bunch of dice, and looks like we did all right here. And I think we paid like 25 bucks for all this. Can't go wrong there. Africa Korps, which is probably an old favorite, and you could probably pretty easy to find, not hard to find. This copy was just in a pretty decent shape, and for me, I really like the condition of the board. The board was actually taken care of, it looks like. And just spreading this out, letting you guys take a look. I mean, she's a big board, and she takes up some space here. No, can't do it. As you see, we'll just spread it out there. and come back. Actually, it's upside down for you guys. Shit's looking great condition, and this is just in pretty good condition, as you can see, and how everything appears, how the allies appear here. Gives you everything that you need from June all the way to October. Really looks to be in great shape, so this is going to be a lot of fun, and these counters are in very good shape for her age. Wow, even has your little how to play thing and your actual battle manual. Here's some of the cool stuff that you would get with some of these games. Oh, look at this Avalon Hill newsletter. Let's see, when these guys came out, let's find out exactly what's going on here. Well, you got to remember, here's some of these older games. Football was $10. Baseball Strategy Tactics 2 was $5. Oh boy, look at this. Battle of the Bulge, $7. You can mail order all this stuff. Gettysburg, $7. Boy, I feel like I got ripped off. This game here was $7. Panzer Blitz, France 9. These were all 9, 7, 9. Look at this Midway. I have all this stuff too. Play by mail. Look at that. Boy, this newsletter is just in the catalog is in great condition, as is everything else in here. So I'm quite happy with this. So let's just put that in there. The original trays too. Wow. Cover's a little bent up, but hey, after all that time, come on. We can't complain about that, right? Then finally, one that I've been looking for a while and I couldn't find, and it's originally what caught my eye, was actually Stalingrad from '63. This is a real rare one to find. So I was quite happy when I found this, and I just said, okay, yeah, you're coming with me. And that was that. And you know, the board, let's take a look at. Hopefully I got it on the right side, and she's a big board. Okay, let's turn it, and you can tell, whoops, sorry, hit the thing. Really in great condition. Quite happy with this. This game came out in 1963, so it's exactly 53 years old, 54 years old. 54-year-old game. And look at this, just in really nice condition. Beautiful. Can't go wrong. It's not a reprint. Very nice. I don't believe it's a reprint, that's for sure. Just wow. What can I say? I love this old stuff. God, I love it. I love it. And once it sits in my collection, it's there for all time. Boards look really good. Perfect. Here's the instructions. Just a couple pages. Very simplified. Just go at it. Somebody wrote on the time record, but please, come on. You're just supposed to play the thing, for crying out loud. Just play, have fun. Gives you a nice historical background. What more can you want? Just a quick battle report on how things work. Hey, bet you this pencil's about 50 years old too. Supplement factor. Oh, it even tells us who had this. Gary Schmidt from Orlando. He was a student. He was 16 years old when he got this. Very cool. Well, there you go. Oh, we'll just keep this in here, just for time's sake. And as you can see, just everything where it needs to be. All the units seem to be intact. We'll double check everything. And there you have it. So these old Avalon Hill games, boy, you can't go wrong. Let's send this up top and pretty much put a close on this, but you can see that we got some really, really nice stuff here. You know, for 25 bucks, 25 bucks, I think it was. I mean, how can you go wrong? You can't go wrong. I think that's a pretty good steal. And as long as people are going to keep bringing it to the flea market, I'm going to keep on getting it. And that is for sure. Let's send this up top and I'll close this out. Now, the whole point of this was to show that you can find these games anywhere. Just because they're out of print doesn't mean that they're gone. You can find them at flea markets. You can find them at farmer markets. You can find them just about anywhere. You can find them on eBay. And people are just willing to give them away because there were just so many produced back in the day. And they are great, great, great beginner games because the complexity wasn't really, really high back then, but it was very enjoyable and it was based off all the same systems pretty much. Nowadays, there's different types of games, and we're going to be starting in the next coming weeks. We're going to be breaking games down themselves. So we're going to be taking a look at Conflict of Heroes. We're going to be taking a look at Memoir 44, Command and Colors, and we're going to be breaking games down, and we're going to be talking about stuff that's coming out, things from GMT and their P500, and we're going to try to keep you all up to date with all the latest wargaming stuff, as well as giving you some history and teaching you how to play a lot of this stuff, which is going to be the most fun. And just showing you the beauty of these strategic games and how to use your mind. And that is absolutely what we look for. Finding that beginner wargamer that wants to come in with open arms, we will be here to welcome you. So, for everybody here at Board Game Geek TV and myself, Rob Oren, until next time, we'll see you soon.